Welcome to another episode of my creative journey. I am here with the brother, my man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? Teddy. I ain't gonna say Pendergrass, but Graves in the building. What's up, my man?
Going on, brother?
Chilling.
Happy to
Man.
be here with you. Happy to be here with you, man.
Thank you, man. I am here right now at Bragg's studio.
Yes,
That's fire. That's
it
amazing.
is, man. It's definitely amazing, man.
Oh my goodness! Like, how did man? When did you? So, how did you meet me? Like, I want to know that.
How did I meet Mark Bird, man? We go way back now. It was like I think it was probably like towards the end of 2017. I think.
Okay.
Um,
Was it 2017?
I think it was. I think either 2017 or 2018. One of them years.
2017, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 2017. I was at Good Work, which is a branch off of Good Shepherd, and learning how to do interviews and stuff, getting ready to go into the working world. And since it was basically it was basically next door, so there was like while I was there, I expressed my interest in music. And Charmel was like, oh, it was a great individual. She's like, oh, we're building a studio here. Bragg, Bronx Rise Against Gun Violence is building a studio here. If you and you're interested in music, so we could probably get you an apprenticeship with Mark Bird, who runs the studio. I was like, oh, okay. And then I remember they sent me back here to meet you, man. I think it was one day. It was like maybe when he's there one day we'll have you go back there and meet him. And I came back here and I was like, yo, introduce myself to you. And he was like, oh, what you do? I was like, I rap and stuff. And I was like, I really do a mix of everything, but I was like, I mainly rap right now. And he was like, oh, word? Let me hear something. And you made me rap something on the spot right there.
That sounds like me.
Yeah,
that definitely sounds like
that's
me.
exactly what you did, man.
That's mad funny.
And you was like, yo, he was like, we could work or something like that after that. And yeah, because you were busy, you always out and about. You always got somewhere to go
I
after.
had a family, man. I had a family. So I had a child in 2018, that following year. But so originally we are in a space that is founded by Bronx Rise Against Gun Violence. Let's make sure we, the plug, David Kava, that's my homie. Guy Shoulders, you already know what it is. I'm sending you an invoice today. No, I'm joking. But no, seriously, I'm going to send you an invoice. But in a nutshell, they were like, look, man, we're going to build a recording studio in the Bronx. They reached out to me because at the time I was working with Aisha Sekou, Street Corner Resources. And she also recommended me. She's like, oh man, I got a young kid. He's building studios. He built my studio. He could build yours. He was like, what? So I came out here. We had a couple meetings and it went well.
Wow.
They asked me the price and they were like, what? There's no way. I was like, well, there's got to be a way because I'm not coming for less. So then they were like, all right, let's see. And when we created this spot, I asked them exactly what they were going for. Not just a rap studio, but a studio that has instruments. So they have like full-fledged drum set, like guitars and everything, bass guitars, like drawing a blank. But they had like so many great things that they wanted in mind for the community for free. For the youth and everything. And I was like, man, that's amazing. Like, if that's what y'all want to do, like, I'm down. Like, let's do something like that. And I helped them build out this whole space. And all of the equipment you see, I actually routed and everything. Like, really dope. But the reason why I'm not trying to give myself kudos, like I'm not trying to, like, big myself up. The biggest thing was, like, passing that baton. So now seeing this, which is like way better. I didn't do any of this. Like, I feel like I'm in a thunderstorm, you know what I'm saying, right here in the BX, and you did this. Like, so how did we get to this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you just made the studio look so much cooler. Behind the camera, there's sign that says Bragg and grass walls. It's crazy in here. So I just want to know, like, what was the inspiration, bro? Like,
well, the inspiration, it was just to like bring a bit more like a different appearance to the studio, essentially like an attempt to kind of modernize it. Modern studios got, all these different kind of vibes, the luminescent lights or the joints that they got a bowling alley where they make the white look mad more drastic and stuff like that. So I was just like, yo, like, let me try something like just to spruce up the place a bit. Basically bring a different vibe to it so that when artists come in here, that when they come in here, they know it's time to create. And when they get in, they're a bit more inspired just by the surroundings, you know what I'm saying? It feels more official, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, Even though, we had sound padding everywhere before, I was just like, yo, let me just bring a different appearance to the studio a bit more, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And people like it, man.
Nah, it look. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really dope in here, man. It's a vibe. It's a
Mm-hmm.
vibe for sure.
Yeah, and it
But
even acts as another acoustic treatment too, so you know what I'm saying?
so, what was the start? Okay, so you were like, "Yo, I'm gonna get a part of the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna learn how to rap like
Yeah.
better, like because you showed me that you rapped.
Mm-hmm.
But what were you trying to obtain from the program itself?
From the program itself, just learning more about the technical side of music, you know what I'm saying? The behind the scenes. Something that Mark Bird could teach me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the engineering, get better at producing, know how to use certain DAWs. And, Mark was able to teach me that from Pro Tools to Logic, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
And I was able to get, know enough to really, to basically run a studio, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's see that yo, and that was the biggest thing, like
Mm-hmm.
to understand that we could really connect the community through production.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That was years ago. You know
That
what I mean?
was.
That was years ago. We got I'm so thankful that they highlighted as New York One,
Mm-hmm.
Spectrum News, BET. There
Yes.
was so many different people that came in just to highlight because they were like they saw like all the great things that we
Mm-hmm.
were doing here. And I'm really excited that you continue this.
Mm.
I know right after me there was a brother named Dante Hawkins.
Yes.
Shout
Shout out
out
to
to
Dante.
Dante for sure, right? So shout
Yes.
out to Dante, who is an amazing, phenomenal artist, musician, even to some extent a minister.
Mm.
Through music
Mm-hmm.
every Sunday at FCBC.
Mm.
And now to see that even some of the things that he was able to teach you
Mm-hmm.
after I moved to LA with my family,
Yeah.
to see that, man, I'm in a space that is needed,
Mm.
and you guys were located on Burnside Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the things that the students have taught you?
Some of the things.
Now
Oh
now
man.
have you transitioned into this new role?
Mm-hmm. I'll say one of the biggest things is patience, man. Patience is definitely one of the biggest things that the participants have told me, or have taught me. Working with certain participants, you gotta even down to even how to like teaching styles too. How to really get like how to really teach certain participants. Not all of them are gonna receive certain information the same. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can't just tell them. Sometimes you got to show them. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you got to be more on a one-on-one. So they taught me different teaching styles. So patience and different teaching styles. Even maybe even and sometimes they inspire me too to even create my own music. Or I would say create. They inspire me to create different kinds of music. I would say not
Okay.
just my own. They inspire me to create different kinds of music. So
Oh
yeah,
man,
that's
that's dope.
definitely yeah.
Okay, and what were some of the music um that you started listening to and that kind of like helped you, become a rapper? Like, yo, you know what? I'm going to rap. Like,
Mm,
because you always hear that. Like, I know for me, I know some people going to have a certain feeling towards me, but I don't care. The only person that's really truly made me feel like I was in New York
mm,
was Nas.
mm,
When I listen to Nas, I know I'm in New York City.
mm.
Like it's just a feeling. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving on the West Side Highway. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like boom, I hit the cross Bronx. Boom, I hit
Mm-hmm.
Jerome. You know what I'm saying? I lived on Mount Eden at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like boom, that's the route I'm going.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that as like a Nas song is playing. I don't know
Mm.
why. And again, I'm like Nas is Queens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that's somebody that always gave that like the essence of New York to me
Yeah.
when he rapped. So what about you?
For me, it's pretty much everything. Like it was mainly hip hop because through hip hop, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
storytelling. But even in old music, even down to the old house music, sometimes they tell a story in house music. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
like Follow Me, that's one of the biggest house records I know. Like it's always about storytelling, and telling my own story, and or telling different stories too, just get inspired by life, hip hop I feel like it's just what I chose, the genre I chose to express some of the feelings I have, and it's more fun to me, it's more poetic, I'm able to I have a lot of fun creating like in hip hop. So, that's not to say I'm just only a hip hop artist. I may venture out, do some different things, because music is music, man. I love music. I don't just love hip hop. I love music. So
Yeah.
I may venture out and do some different things here and there. So yeah.
Nah, man, that's dope. That's really dope. I think music is something that we can all connect with. I know
Mhm.
that like I'll go to I'll even on YouTube I'll
Yeah.
see different concerts and nobody speaks a language,
Mm.
but they speak in those words.
Mhm.
I remember Ali said that, mixed by Ali.
Mm.
He was like, we made these records with Kendrick in the back of the house,
Mm.
like what I'm saying, in a garage in the back of a house. And he was like, yo, we're flying to Germany, we're going over the word, and all of these people are singing these words.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, it was crazy to me to see that some
Mhm.
of these people didn't even speak English, but yet they knew every part of the song.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, like this is inspiring.
Mhm.
This has changed everything for him. And of course, even for me
Mhm.
to see that, music can really just change the way
Yeah.
we even look at life. Um, and now you're also not only, you're a teacher, you're an educator, now you're also producing. Like, so
Yes.
how was that role like transitioning from a rapper
Mhm.
to a producer to an engineer to an educator
Yeah.
and then giving all the things that you've been learning
Yeah.
back?
Oof. It's big, man. It feels good too. Just the process of being able to, pass on some of the things I know. Um, and it keeps me on like a journey to want to learn more too, because I have my limits as well. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn to expand those limits, and learn more just so I can pass on more, and that so that my participants are well versed in whatever they are using, whether it be Logic or Pro Tools, So
Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a journey, man. It's definitely a journey.
definitely, definitely. And has there been certain things that you've inquired that has been like certain hurdles that you
Mm,
would say like, dag, like, yo, I'm still battling this, or
mm,
still like, I'm trying to progress in this area
mm.
as an educator now? Like, what are some of the things that you think that has, hurt you through this new endeavor?
Mm. I would say, hmm. I would say just trying to like remember a lot of the stuff that I learned that are new. Like whenever I try to like, whenever I'm studying and be like, yo, okay, I get like whenever I'm learning something new, I gotta memorize it. You know what I'm saying? So that when teaching it, it's all correct instead of me having to always come back to my notes and stuff like that. Like that's one hurdle I find that's big. Just being able to teach the new stuff that I learned. Like, because it's new, it's fresh in the mind. So one thing I always do, I always end up going back to make sure it's correct. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one hurdle. That's definitely one hurdle.
And what does Bronx Rises Against Gun Violence mean to you?
Um, what does it mean to me? It means a lot, man. Just what it stands for. Just against gun violence. There's a lot of it, man, in the Bronx, man. You flick on the news, you see it. You know what I'm saying? 13-year-old shot, or somebody with a gun, laying off, and you know what I'm saying? Just a whole bunch of gun violence. So um, it means a lot. I just wish that people knew about it more. You know what I'm saying? Because they offer programs, and they can help a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Who would decide, excuse me, to even go down that route of with violence and gun violence in general. You know what I'm saying? So just being here, you know what I'm saying, and offering the resources and stuff like that to people who may need the help, for the disease that is, violence and stuff. It's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. So and it's good because they're in schools and everything, you know what I'm saying? They get them early before they even, could even chase after that lifestyle of violence, you know what I'm saying? So it's big, man. It means a lot.
Oh man, that's dope, man. It was you can definitely tell me the name of the gym. I definitely don't want to butcher that. You know, rest in peace. But I remember a gentleman who passed away, and he was mistaken by
Mm.
someone. You remember it was in the deli in the bodega, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name too.
Yeah. Rest in peace, by the way. But when I remember, you know, working here, and that situation occurred,
Mm.
and you know, David had a talk with the staff. He talked to everybody and was just like, you know, this is definitely like a terrible situation, and you know, that's why we really try to build community and the importance of it,
Mm.
right? And what are some areas do you feel like the music has helped, you know, build within the community through the studio?
Mm. Wait, repeat the question again.
So, what in what ways do you feel that through the studio
Mm.
have you been able to truly build like community?
Mm. Well, I say with like mostly, but the participants who come in, you know, some of them are like willing to work with each other, you know, musically. You know, they come in
Mm.
and they be like, "Oh, you do this, you do that. Oh, that's dope. Oh, we could do this together." Like just recently, Marcus and Kev, you know, shout out to Marcus and Kev. They just recently did a show together outside of the studio. You know what I'm saying?
What?
They actually connected and they were able to do a show outside the studio and they had a good time. You know what I'm saying? So you know, just to see like some of the participants getting along when they come in, you know what I'm saying, and just really get together creatively and work on projects together. Like, cause some of them may come in and be like, "Oh, I want you to hear this beat. Oh, get on this with me. Oh, you do this, you do that. All right,
It's
cool. Listen to
fire.
this beat and see if you can get on it, and then we'll work. You know what I'm saying? And it one thing I love about it is how willing, like how open they are to it. Like, oh, like you know what I'm saying, they get along really well. Just knowing they do the same kind of music and stuff, and they're more. They gave him hype too. They'd be like, "Oh, let's do that together." And you know what I'm saying? They just work together. So that's one thing I like. It's just the teamwork essentially. It's like or the networking really. The networking I would say the networking aspect of it.
Yeah, that was one thing that I did learn being in these spaces. I was I'll never forget one day with somebody here, participant, two different participants.
Mm,
One was from the Heights,
mm,
the other was from Gun Hit Road,
mm,
right? And seeing these participants like act like, you know, work with each other, you know what
mm-hmm.
I'm saying, build that community like you're saying,
Yeah.
and you know, come out with a dope song,
Mm-hmm.
be able to like, you know, exchange information, and now
Mm-hmm.
even you're telling me that some of them are even going and performing together. It's
Exactly.
something that normally doesn't happen with like when we come to like borough to borough, hood to hood, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, because we all become accustomed at times to like, oh, this is, you know, this is what my daily walk, this is what I always do. So I think that it is important that we just continue to be able to like, you know, push that narrative because it's so important.
Mm.
It's like so important. Another thing I have to ask. So it's questions on here that I always ask.
Yeah.
Right? It's like two, and it's a Rolodex. It's real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to say it fast.
Oh man.
Have to say it fast. I
Yeah.
gotta, you know what? On this, I gotta say this. I gotta get a timer
Set a
on the
timer.
show. I gotta get a timer on the show so that way we see if they do it within a 10-second span
Yeah.
or not. Right? So before I get into that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna be dope. Make sure, if you haven't already, join my community. I send you a Bible verse Monday through Friday, right? I'm still doing that, bro. I'll be sending off my little Bible
Yes,
verse
sir.
like bop, bop, bop. You know, Monday through Friday. Please text the number below, right? But on another note,
Mm-hmm.
top 3 rappers.
Top 3 rappers. Oh my god.
They don't have to be in order.
Man,
They can
they're
even
not.
be your
Oh, they
favorite.
definitely not gonna be in order. Wait, you said
Okay.
what?
They don't even have to be like. They can just be your favorite. They don't
Oh
have to
yeah,
be
yeah. They definitely gonna be my favorite.
the best of the best,
This is
right?
not. This is not public. I mean, this is not. You know.
Yeah.
My
Come on.
favorite top
Your
3.
favorite.
Sheesh. Woo. All right. I'm gonna go with.
Dun,
I'm gonna go with 50 Cent. That's one.
50?
Yes. 50
Oh
Cent.
my God, no, he didn't.
50 Cent. Yes. 50
Early
Cent.
50, probably.
No. Every year 50 Cent. Like every yeah. Every single year.
Okay, it's all love.
I grew up listening to
We
50
love
Cent. So
Queens.
it's the,
We
yeah,
love Queens.
I grew up listening to 50 Cent. So Most Def.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
a
yeah,
given.
yeah. I'll give
Most
you
Def.
that. I'll give you that one. I want to give
Uh,
one more. I want to give one more.
Most Def. One more. Oh man. Shoot. Another one. There's so many to list, man. I'm gonna go with Kendrick Lamar.
K. Dot. So he probably saying that because I live in Compton, but it's all love though. We love K. Dot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, TD, the family, PG Lang, all of them.
Yeah.
So top 3 producers.
Top 3. Oof. Timberland, J Dilla, and I'm gonna say, dang, the last one. Shoot. Damn, top 3, man. Oh man. Yeah, Timberland, J Dilla. I'm gonna go with Swiss Beats, man.
Swizz?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Swiss.
Swizzy. Okay. All right. I love it.
Yeah.
So we got J Dilla,
Mm-hmm.
Swizz Beats,
Mm-hmm.
and
Timberland.
All right, you gotta do it. Come on, man. Virginia. We here. VA. All right. So the last question in the in the speed that we have. If you could have a show,
Yeah.
dead or alive,
Mm-hmm.
who's performing and where?
Man, you
3
said where?
people.
Does where matter?
It actually does, because you have some people that's be like, yo, I'm only doing it at SOBs.
Uh-huh.
I'm only doing it outside on the beach in
Oh
Jamaica.
man.
So, you can have an MC, you can have DJs, 2 DJs. But you have to, who's starting,
Mm-hmm.
who's the middle act, and who is the headline?
Oh man. Shoot. And this is a show I gotta go to, right?
Yeah, this is your show. You curating the whole show. Dead or alive.
Dead
You
or
can get
alive.
Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye, and Kendrick. I don't know. It all depends on who you want.
Dang, that's a good question, man. I know Biggie is definitely one of them.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Oh, we got something to say about that.
Yeah, Biggie is definitely one of them, and Michael Jackson is definitely another one.
Okay, so you got Biggie
And Michael
opening the show.
Yes.
You got Michael Jackson as the middle act
Yeah, and Mos Def. Yeah,
And Mos Def.
those 3. Yeah.
and closing the show.
So, closing the show.
Yeah, who's closing the show?
Oh, Michael Jackson's closing the show.
Man, really?
Yeah, Michael Jackson's closing the show.
Okay.
I'll have Mos Def start the show, and Biggie in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot, man. That's dope. That's
Mhm.
a dope setup. I like that you chose those artists. I wouldn't have chose Biggie. I love Brooklyn, but I would have not chose Biggie. Listen, I'm a Biggie fan, but I have certain things towards Biggie because in one of his songs he said he would rather go to hell than heaven. And after that, I was like, this brother was crazy. I ain't never heard Pac say that. And if he does, let me know, because he was crazy too. But no, man, definitely. What is a word of wisdom that you would leave with someone?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the usual, man.
What's that?
Something I live day by day. I read it somewhere. I don't know whose quote it is, but it's never compare yourself to others. Only compare yourself to the you of yesterday.
I like that, man. That's a bar.
That is a bar.
Yo, that's a bar right
That's
there.
definitely a bar.
Yeah. Oh man,
That
that's
joint,
dope.
that joint's hard, man.
Yeah, that's hard right there. That's hard. And listen, man, I'm thankful to be in this space. I'm thankful to be here. You know, the Variety Group is in the building. You know what I'm saying? 100%. The Variety Group is in the building.
Yeah,
You know
shout
what
out
I'm
to the
saying?
Variety Group, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I have to ask you, man. So, how do I like influence you in any kind of way?
Woo! Man, yo, every day, man. Shoot. Man, you influenced me. So musically, I remember when I first met you, when I first met this guy, I was only spinning like verses. It was just verses amongst verses. I've written songs before, but he was just like, yo, I need you to write songs more. So he definitely inspired me to write songs more. Even as just an individual. Oh my God. Even as an individual.
More participants.
Yeah, even as an individual, because you do a lot of good things, man. Entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, father, you know, and husband, everything, man. You're like you're a great role model, man.
Oh man, look at
You
God.
do a lot of stuff, so you definitely inspire me every day, man. Be like, yo, Mark's doing this, Mark's doing that. You're always up and about, man. You're always doing your own thing.
That's
So
good, bro.
as you get like as I see you do your own thing, I'm just more inspired every day because I see you always doing something new, man. Always doing something new and big. Always on to something big, man.
No,
So
man,
that's one
I
thing.
appreciate that, man. That really means a lot. Seriously, it
Yeah, man. I
means like
appreciate
so
you big
much.
time,
Yo,
man.
like likewise, man. Shoot, the Godfather, your daughter.
Exactly. Word.
So look, how can people reach? How can people get in contact with you?
I think I'm on Instagram at official Ted Graves. Um, yeah, just on Twitter right now. I mean, not on Twitter, on Instagram. Sorry, I'm just on Instagram right now. We're gonna be posting content real soon. EP in the works. That should probably be
All
out by the end
right.
of the year. I can show you some snippets of that later.
Oh, for sure, sure, exclusive. You see, because when
Yes,
you're in the
sir.
studio, you get exclusives.
Yes, sir. So, yeah. So right now it's just Instagram at official Ted Graves, man.
All right. Official Ted Graves. All
Hmm.
right, man. I appreciate you, brother. Again,
Likewise, my
man.
brother.
Thank you for
Likewise,
allowing me to
man.
come out here, fly out to the BX. I landed
Yes.
the PJ right here, right here on Fordham. You know what I'm saying? Right there on Burnside, right there. Just look, that's like two different streets. That's mad far from each other.
Yeah.
Yo, but I landed it though. We out here in these streets. All right, man. See y'all soon. Peace.
Yes.